It is me. Today we're on haul video. Yay! As you can see in my bookshelf, I'm using one shelf for my fiction books that I have read or I'm reading. Doesn't matter. I'm thinking it's the start of New Year, but we're Happy New Year. But that's been told to you a lot. And I was thinking, start of New Year. I need a bit more space in my bookshelf because you can see that shelf is packed. So I was thinking, let's do an unhaul. So this is just going to be me going through my whole bookshelf, pretty much a whole collection of books, and seeing which ones I want to keep or donate / give away. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. This bookshelf is sorted through genre. I have romance books here, fantasy here, murder mysteries, thrillers, and stuff like that here. And then we have general fiction / middle grade, like the ones I'm not really sure what the genre is. Then we have my the Witcher series, and we have some classics and another series. We have small books, then we have random books that I don't read, but I need a place to store. Let's start with some books that I had in my bookshelf, but no longer because I'm unhauling all these 3 hardbacks. So all these 3 are middle grade books in Latvian. This is a book I got gifted and never actually read. I have started reading this book so many times, but just couldn't get into it. It's Akensgeisma by K. Mayer. It's a German author's book that I just never could read. This is a book that I have had for a long while. This book that's title is my name. So that's basically why I had this book and I liked it. I read it and it was fun, but there's just not a high reread percentage, so I'm unhauling this. And then we have this one. This is a fantasy book I had to read for school, and I tried rereading it, never reread it, so I'm unhauling. As you can see, it's fantasy that I mostly read in my in my childhood, so these are the books that I'm immediately unhauling, and you can see it's kind of a purple theme. Let's start with romance, starting with Beach Read by Emily Henry. Definitely keeping this one. I haven't read it. This is a Latvian romance. Oh, I'm guessing it's again a German romance. This I also haven't read, so probably keeping it, although I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna put it in maybe pile, just in case. Then we have The Winter of Second Chances by Jenny Bayliss. I like this book. It wasn't anything extraordinary. It was a small town romance. I liked it, but I'm not sure if I'm keeping it, because the chances of rereading it is very slim, just because it's so long. It's 450 pages long, and I just don't think so I would read it. So that's going into unhaul pile. I guess it's great that you unhaul a lot of books, but I'm getting scared. Next up, we have The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Keeping this one forever because I might want to reread this. I might have just I just want to probably keep it. Let's go through my Witcher stack and also a cookbook that I'm probably not gonna look through anymore. So we have so many different editions of The Witcher. So Last Wish, I have the old Orbit red covers. Love these, but I have only one. And yeah, keeping, definitely. Then we have Blood Elves with this kind of cover. Glance. I don't know how to say that or pronounce that. This cover, hate the cover, but I'm keeping it. This series is still ongoing for me. Then I have Sword of Destiny again, the same edition, publisher. This is like more, but I still do not like it. Next up, we have this ugly cover. My bookstore sells only these covers now, and I hate it. So that's why I've decided to not buy any more Witcher books, because the series is quite long, as you can see, and I don't want to buy just covers that I really don't like. So I'm going to my library because they have most of the books I want to read in the series. So that's my little rant about the Witcher series. Let's continue with romance. I just had it in a weird way how I organize my bookshelf. So we have Our Blood or Hated. It Ends With Us. I can actually talk about that. Cat. Like, are you kidding me? It's a lot bigger than this one. Like, Colleen Hoover, why did this happen? But I haven't read this one, have read this one. I'm actually thinking of reading this in February for my buzzword challenge prompt as the verb, but I'm definitely keeping both of them because there's a high chance I might want to reread this one before this one. I'm just not sure if I will have the time to read both. Keeping again. Next up we have The Heart Principle. This is the third book in the series. I have no idea which is the series called, but I liked it. I gave it 5 stars in 2021, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it. This is the thing. I'm definitely not gonna reread this book because I remember everything and I liked it. It was like some quotes at the start, like 8th page quote. I loved it. But I'm thinking maybe I can ask around at school and see if any of my friends want to read it. So that's like also not keeping. What we have next? Oh, my beloved Song of Achilles. As you can see, I tabbed it and I loved it. Keeping it, high reread chance. Not really high, because like I never really read. But like if I would want to pick it up again, I definitely would. So that's the book. Then we have this old book that I tabbed once. This is The Devil You Know by Justin Cox. This is an old book that I decided to pick up because it was my mom's bookshelf. So I liked it. I think at the time I gave it 5 or 4 stars, but I'm not thinking it's 5 stars anymore, but maybe it is. I'm not keeping this. This is just kind of wasting my time. Wasting my, not time, but my space in bookshelf. Because I'm not gonna reread. Also, just the same reason. It's too long and I didn't love it that much to reread. Let's go on with this kind of crazy stack. Let me sit down. So, the books I have here. Is this one Edgar Wallace, another detective novel? I don't know if this line reminds you of anything. This is an old book. I'd consider this a classic. I'm really not sure. I will read this because all of the past other Edgar Wallace's books I haven't read. I read only 2, but I feel like that speaks enough for itself. I started the year with one Edgar Wallace book last year, and I wasn't the happiest. So I'm thinking most of these, I think most of it's gonna go in that unhaul part. Then we're gonna talk about my little classics collection. I have it from Colin's class because that's the publisher of my books are sold English classics. So the ones that I have read is Charles Bronte's Jane Eyre. I have a video, I'm gonna link it below or in the icon. And then we have Frankenstein. These are books are very different books. Read reread chance kind of slim, but I think I'm gonna keep these just because what if I'm doing some kind of project and we have to bring up some quotes or read it again? Let's just keep them. And the one I haven't read that is kind of a recent purchase, I still have the price there, and this is Emma by Jane Austen. And I just decided that's the first Jane Austen book I want to read. Because Jack Edwards, I think, said, like, read Jane Austen's Emma. I was like, sure thing, I will. So these are the classics that I'm keeping. I like that they're small, like they're so cute together. Like I could start a whole bookshelf when I'm like have a bigger one. With just classics. Because I actually, this year I found out I like reading classics. Yay for me. So that's, I'm not keeping it. And then we have two not new books. This one is the newest one. This one is not that new. As you can see, it has a sticker. This one also has a sticker. I tried to remove this. Failed. So I'm not going to try removing this. This is the start of new middle grade fantasy series for teens. Haven't read any of this, but I'm planning to read this book in a video that is in the mix of. I'm not gonna talk about it that much. This is in Latvian, I don't know, I don't think so it's translated. So yeah, these I'm keeping because first of all, I haven't read them, second of all, they're hardbacks, and I feel like I have a video project on them, so I'm not getting rid of. Okay, let's move. As you can see, it's getting a bit empty. So, heavy, and this is kind of fake taping. This book I read this year, I want to say, but maybe last year. I have no idea anymore. I like this book. It was cute and everything, but will I reread it ever? I don't think so. And this isn't like a pretty cover, and I also broke the spine, and like a lot of things happened to this book. But like, do I wanna? This is the thing. I don't know my books now. Like, do I keep it? Do I unhaul it? I have a TBR pile there. I should definitely unhaul it. Right. I'm sorry. And then we have our lovely Shatter Me series books. Me and best friend, we love reading, so we decided we're gonna split who's like buying each book. She started with buying Shatter Me, the first book in the series, and I then went and bought Unravel Me. As you can see, tabbed it, loved it. This is my favorite book so far in the series, and I'm definitely not going to unhaul it. I just love this series so much that I cannot unhaul it yet. I might unhaul it in a later life, but no. Then we have the next book I bought was Restore Me. Also really loved it, tabbed it, and not going to unhaul it. And oh my god, we have Imagine Me. This is, I'm gonna count the last book in the series. I don't like we know we have novellas to read, but this is kind of the last book in the series, and I haven't read it yet. So let's keeping it. Let's go. Fantasy time. Oh, books are falling free. I have more fantasy. So, longest book I have ever tried to read is this one. It is the Priority of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I got to page 158 and said, let's DNF it. I cannot read it. It's making me go in a slump. Keep in mind, I was reading this in 7th grade while I had school going on. Not that I'm not having school anymore, but I feel like I could take on it this year. Plus, I have a prompt for a buzzword that I might include, because orange. There's one prompt for flavors, and I think orange can be a flavor, so this is maybe a book I can add in the prompt. So definitely keeping it. Also, I got it in a big sale, and like, I loved the story. It was just the length that made me go in a slump. So keep. What do we have next? Oh, this is not a fantasy. This is just gothic horror short stories, and the font is what killed me. But I have read Colin's classics, so the font didn't kill me there. So I might pick this up. That's the thing. I kept this on the shelf in my last unhaul. That wasn't video, and I was like, maybe I will read it. But now, thinking I haven't picked this book up, mostly because I haven't been craving this. But I might read this in October. That could be a fun little read for October. So I'm gonna keep it. Okay, let's keep it. We have Awake by Amanda Hawking. I'm keeping this. This is going for a video project. How to say fantasy. Then we have my two little copies. And we have A Deadly Education and The Last Graduate by Noah Novik. This is in the Scumman's trilogy, and I love it. I still need to get the Golden Enclaves one, but I love this series or trilogy, so I'm definitely keeping this. And also, these ones are staying in my bookshelf rent free. Because look at these covers. Like, hello, like, imagine the third one. Just like, I love these. Keeping. And next, we have the book that got me back into reading. This is a Latvian middle grade book, Cat in the Clouds. I love this one, but I'm not sure if I need it anymore. Like, I'm saying unhaul. Great. Let's move on to the books that have fallen and maybe some more. It's like, I would say more than these books. So we have a Latvian poetry collection. Keeping it because this book came in useful this year for my school literature, so I'm keeping it. I also read almost the whole thing while doing that, and I really just could take away a lot from this poetry collection, so I'm keeping it just in case I have some projects on this author, or just to read it again because I love the topic that we're starting about. Then we have this little tiny book in Latvian about fairy tales about flowers. I haven't read a single thing from this, but should I just unhaul it? No, I'm thinking we unhaul it. Next up we have these two. This is the Edgar Wallace ones. I put them here, like, I got rid of so many Edgar Wallace books in my last unhaul. I'm thinking that I could read these in the 2022. Maybe they're kind of short, and like, I'm gonna keep just 3, so like, oh no, I don't enjoy his writing. I don't enjoy his way of detective stories, so I'm hauling. I'm gonna probably say I unhauled all the Edgar Wallace books. Then we have this one. It's another murder mystery I haven't read. And I don't know if I will. Because honestly, why? There's a lot of books that I just have and I don't know why exactly I wanted them or just had them now. And then we have a book, my first ever horror book. It's The House in the Woods. This is a middle grade horror book and I love it. It's about ghosts, paranormal horror book, and I love that this is first in the series. Oh, and the author is Eva Fielding. I loved her story. And since there are new books, I don't know from the series, I don't know if I will read them, but it definitely got me into introduction to paranormal horror stories, and I definitely want to read more. That's kind of my little goal. And this year, I really want to read some horror, and I want to read paranormal horror more. Like that's my preferred, like, side of horror. So yeah, I think I'm keeping this one. Though I could like give it, I don't know, because I'm not gonna reread this one. But like it is kind of cool, you know, the spine is cool and all, like the house in the woods. Maybe I could keep it. Yeah, I'm keeping it. Yay! Ooh, yeah, some hard. Like it's gonna be hard for the next one. Actually, I might go with these. Oh. Okay, let's go with these. Oh, great. Bucks. All of them. No, not all of them, but a lot of them are hardbacks. This one, not keeping. It was a book I like to. It is a style guide to children. Don't need it. I don't think so. Next up, we have one that I'm gonna keep because my literature teacher said we might read it in the 9th grade, so I have it. I'm gonna keep it. Next up, we have this one, and I'm not sure I'm gonna keep it because there's a lot of fairy tales. It's like Alice in Wonderland and a lot of different ones. So I'm gonna unhaul it. It might just go to my childhood. Oh, I have a lot of feelings about this book, and they're not good ones. Even though I tabbed it, this is the fact. I just hated the book, but I tabbed it because it was my first ever tab book. I was like, yay, new tabs, let's tab it. Hated it. Unhauling. Then we have another book I really loved and kind of got me back to reading because I read this book. I loved it. I started reading more of the author's books, so I kind of got into reading, but I really didn't read that much. I think I'm gonna unhaul because I read this book and I don't find me being in the place where I want to reread this book. So we're gonna unhaul. By the way, I keep checking the books that I'm unhauling, and this is just a. I must have to move faster because it's already 25 minutes. Then we have this book, Single Thread by Tracy Chevalier. Is that how you pronounce it? I have no idea. Video project, keeping it. Oh, this is a Latvian book about school, and now I'm thinking, well, I never read this, and now I'm unsure. Because this book, I got it for free, and I gifted this, and I haven't read it yet. I'm not sure if I will. Okay, maybe pile. We have a maybe pile. Oh. Why did you start falling? Please don't fall. We have the last few books. And these are all my murder mysteries / thrillers. If There Are Villains by unhaul. I went into this book thinking I'm gonna love it like everybody else. Like, this book is so huge, like it has a popularity, but I hated it, and I'm willing to give it a second chance. Maybe this author has more books that I could try reading, but I hated it. And now I'm unsure because the cover is not cute. Like, it's a dead bird. The only thing that I really like about this cover is the intricate detail here that you bear. Oh, here you can see, like, I like that. But the bird, maybe somebody will like it more than I did. I don't need wasting space. Rarity by Colleen Hoover. We love her. Are you team manuscript or are you team letter? I'm team manuscript. I'm thinking, will I ever reread? Will I ever reread this? This is in Latvian. It says I did from English to Latvian, and I just don't know. I have the one that's just regular, as you can see. I'm thinking, do I need it? Will I keep it? It actually looks good. Like, this is a cool cover, and like the spine looks kind of good, so I might keep it just for the sake of, oh, it's like kind of popular. Maybe somebody will want to read it, but I don't know that many people who read. So like, do I put it on a maybe on unhaul? If I'm thinking about unhaul, it's probably unhaul. It's like, hard decisions. I'm thinking it's an unhaul. Like, I love the book, but do I need it in my bookshelf to display and waste space? I'm saying an unhaul for Rarity by Colleen Hoover. Whew. That felt rude. That's not an unhaul by Agatha Christie. Read this last year, 2022. Enjoyed it, but also didn't. I don't know. Like, I enjoy most of Agatha Christie's reads with Echo Poirot. Like, that's my vibe with her. But will I reread it? Will I give it to somebody to reread? Like, this is a book I could keep, hold on to, and like give it, but also it's not in the best condition. Like, I had some problems. I think it's an unhaul. Ooh, you're quite. No. Great. It all fell. That's just amazing. I'm just gonna pause. Okay. And the last book is The Spider in the Corner of the Room by Nikki Owen. I'm keeping this one video project. It's just how it is. Oh, and that's the last book. But before we end the video, we are going to talk about the two maybes. A Latvian romance that's actually translated from Dutch, and both Latvian books. One is just about school, so middle grade, and a romance that's definitely not middle grade. I'm thinking this is adult. Will I ever read these? This is the question. Should I say unhaul? I'm saying unhaul for both of these. I'm not gonna read them, most probably, and I'm thinking I'm not gonna enjoy. So here we have the whole stack. I'm risking a lot, but this is the whole stack of books I'm gonna unhaul.